What is up, everybody? Frank in the house already. What up, Frank? Michael, what's good, Michael? What's going on, guys? What we got going for tomorrow? What decisions? What decisions do we have to make? A lot of injuries, a lot of bye weeks. I mean, even I'm struggling in a couple leagues. I've got to play Halif Raymond. I mean, I had to play Antonio Gibson. It's a little rough out there right now with these injuries. Now Amon-Ra goes down, so that's killing me. Doubtful to play, so he's probably not playing. Hopefully, he doesn't need surgery. Apparently, there's some news out there that Amon-Ra possibly might have to go get surgery, which will take him out for a few weeks, which would suck. But Michael said it's going great or good, bro. Awesome. Awesome for you, man. Richard, what up, Richard? Full PPR can only keep 3 RBs, so we can only keep 3. So we've got to drop 1 now that Taylor is back. All righty. James Cook, Monty, and Swift. Oh, come on. Shit. That's rough. Can you trade one of those? Can you trade somebody? I know it's kind of late now. I mean, it's Saturday night, like tomorrow, Sunday. So that kind of sucks. But I would wait until the last possible second, probably. I would try and trade one of those guys. Swift, I mean, he's been awesome. Cook's been awesome. Monty's been awesome. If I had to choose one to drop, I guess it might be Cook, but I try to trade him. No, you can't trade. Oh, come on. That sucks. Damn. That's rough, Richard. I might have to say Cook. I mean, Monty's he's got too much touchdown upside. Swift has been a monster. I mean, and they're going to keep feeding him. He's on the last year of his contract. They're going to run him into the ground. So if I had to choose one, it'd be James Cook, I guess. So this way you've got Taylor, you got JT, you got Monty, and you got Swift. Michael said full PPR bench 1. James Cook, Saquon, ETN, Kyron. I mean, Kyron's got the tough matchup, I guess you can say, against the Eagles. But the problem with Kyron is like he's scoring just a bunch of touchdowns. He's not like running all over everybody. Like, so as long as Stafford can get them down near the goal line, like Kyron can run one in. So I'm not sitting ETN. Saquon, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be on a limited snap count. I mean, you could say, hey, let me just play these 3 guys and wait for Saquon to play a week. This way I know he's fully healthy and he's going to get a ton of work. So I would say either between Saquon and Kyron, depending on, how you feel about that. Those would be either of those guys would be kind of who I'm sitting. If you're confident in Saquon and we've got no limitations, I mean, let me see. I have him on a squad. So another limited practice. I mean, questionable. We'll see what happens. I guess before kickoff, just keep that in mind. But first game back, I can't. I don't think that he's going to be 100% coming back. Like he's still going to be, somewhat injured. Just how much are they really going to give him is the tough part. So depending how you feel about Saquon, I'd say either Saquon or Kyron. Traded Kyron and Chase for Tyreek. Did I overpay? Kyron and Chase for Tyreek. Did I overpay? I think it just depends kind of who you have on your squad. I mean, because Kyron, you probably picked him up off of waivers, or maybe you drafted him in the later rounds. So he didn't really cost you much when you look at it from that perspective. As far as like points, I mean, yeah, Kyron's killing it. Chase, I'm sure they'll get back on track. So I'm not worried about Chase. But if you want to just the comfortable points right now, you know that he's going to give you, then I'm fine with paying that for Tyreek if you've got the assets to do that. Yeah, Michael said rough, but I'd say Cook too. Yeah, man. Bogey, what up, Bogey? What's good, brother? One Nation in the house. What up, One Nation? Eagles are a solid run defense. but they are giving out mad yards to receivers and running backs going all the way back to week 1. Yeah, they are. Simp, what up, Stevie? Playing a long time. But if league approves trade, I am trading Madison for Gibbs to a team that's 0-4. Awesome. Give me all that. Also have Monty thoughts. I love it. I mean, you're getting a higher upside guy, with Gibbs. I think Madison will be decent, but Gibbs has got some upside. Obviously, he's doubtful for this week, so he's probably not going to play. That's the tough part for Gibbs, at least for right now. But yeah, I'm fine making that trade. Fine making that trade. Give up booty to opposing skill positions through the air. Yeah. Kidda, what up, Kidda? Sit Dalvin, Latavius, or Algier. Oh fuck. Let's see. It might have to be Algier. I mean, Bijan's pretty much kind of took over. I mean, you could say Dalvin Cook too. Dalvin Cook's been absolute trash. He's been trash, but they are going against Denver defense. Maybe he's able to break one out. So I'd probably bet on that happening rather than, Algier getting a ton of work. His snap share has gone down every single week. He's at 25% of the snaps now. So yeah, I'll probably sit Algier. Give me Latavius because he scored tutties, I believe, in back-to-back weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I have him on a few benches. Yeah, week 2 and 3, not last week, but getting a little bit of work down at the goal line. So yeah, let me sit Algier in this one, just based on matchup and just playing in general. Have Bijan and Cook as my other running backs with Monty. Yeah, that's fine. You're looking good, Simp. You're looking good, Simp. So now you're getting Gibbs in there as well. So now you're gonna have Bijan, Cook, Monty, and Gibbs. You're gonna have all 4. Do you need a wide receiver? I mean, or a tight end, a QB? I don't know. Maybe can you make a trade here and hold 3 of those guys and trade one of them? I'd feel good about that if you can kind of try and improve on another part of your squad. Juice Express, what's up, man? Start 2, Garrett Wilson, Puka, or Flowers. God, probably. I think we still have to play. I'm still playing Puka. I don't know if Cooper Cup's gonna be limited. I don't know exactly how that's gonna work out, but I feel like I definitely want to play Puka. Garrett Wilson's going against Denver, so that's a good matchup. I like Flowers' matchup though as well. That game we have to just keep an eye on the weather a little bit. But the way they like to get Flowers the ball kind of close to the line of scrimmage and at the line of scrimmage, I'm not too worried. I think he'll still get some good opportunities. But I might have to sit Flowers here and play Puka and my guy G Willie. Alex said start 3 PPR Kamara, ETN, Swift, Kyron, or Waddle. Start 3 Kamara, ETN, Swift, Kyron, or Waddle. It's going to be ETN, Swift, and probably Waddle. You can make the argument for Kyron. I know Waddle hasn't really done jack, so it's tough to kind of play him if you have other options. So if you want to go with like the high upside, play Waddle. If you want to kind of maybe play it safe, maybe you play Kyron. I know Waddle hasn't done much, but give me ETN, Swift, and I'm gonna go Waddle. He's gonna break out one of these games, and I don't want to miss it. Uh, but you could play Kyron if you feel more comfortable with that. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody in the chat, guys. Smash that like for me and subscribe if you're new. Where's Irish? What up, Irish? What up, Stevie? Would you start JMO or Dubes? Woo! God. I mean, it's tough because Amon-Ra's out, so you kind of do want to play JMO, but he hasn't been playing, so it's tough. Dubes has been just a monster, target hog. You do obviously have Christian Watson back. I'm sure he was somewhat limited last week, so it's tough to not go with the targets that Dubes is going to get. So I'd probably say to play it safe, go Dubes. If you want to try and hit the home run, go with JMO. But I'm gonna play Dubes here until I see JMO actually produce. And this is a game that he can obviously do it with Amon Ra out, but I'm not ready to plug him in yet over Dubes, who's been a target hog so far. And until that changes, I know Watson is back, but he still saw 13 targets last week. So yeah, against Las Vegas, yeah, give me Dubes. I like the matchup too, so it's a good opportunity. Nav, what's up, Nav? Appreciate you. Start three: Bijan, Saquon, ETN, or Brees Hall. I have DJ Moore, so this week should be easy. Yes, it might not even matter. But I'd probably just play Bijan, ETN, and Brees, being that Saquon, possibly his first game back. We don't even know for sure if he's playing yet, but I'd probably just keep him on the sideline, play the healthy guys that you have. No reason to, try and get cute with Saquon. I don't think you're losing much from anything playing, Bijan, ETN, and Brees over over um over Saquon there. Kidda, yeah, appreciate you, Kidda. Um, I had traded Ridley for Brian Robinson, just Dre. I needed a RB. I have Gibbs on the bench. Okay. My other wide receivers are CD, Puka, Tank, Addison, Dubes, Kelsey at tight end. I feel like I easily won that. Um, I'm not a Brian Robinson lover, so you're asking the wrong person, I think. I prefer the Ridley side on that. I think he turns it around. I don't think he continues to not produce like that. But if you needed an RB, I mean, that's fine. You still got CD, you still got Puka, and then you've got, either Tank Addison or Dubes that you can plug in, to the flex there, or two flexes if you play with. I'm not sure. So I don't love it, but it's not a bad trade at all. That's fine if that's what you needed for RB. That's fine, Dre. Simp, Herbert, Lamb, Ridley, Waddle, and Laporta are my other pieces with Palmer. All right. Herbert, Lamb, Ridley, Waddle, and Laporta. QJ and JSN on the bench. All right. Not sure where or would go to upgrade, but up for trades you think I should do. All right. So we've got Herbert, we've got Lamb, Ridley, Waddle, and Laporta. You've got Palmer, QJ, and JSN on the bench. It's going to be tough to get anything for JSN right now. QJ as well. I mean, what was you've got Bijan and you've got James Cook with Monty at running back. So yeah, I mean you're pretty solid. It's just unfortunate Waddle hasn't really produced yet, and Ridley's kind of hasn't really produced like we really want him to since week one. So it's even tough to move those guys. So you're kind of like stuck in a rough situation. You're gonna have to wait till somebody gives you a big week to be able to move them. So I might sit tight for now until one of these guys does something, and then if you want to make a trade or try and tier up from somebody, maybe you do that. Maybe you do that at that point. Rolling out Stroud this week. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. London's also on the bench. All right. So can you combine two wide receivers to tier up to another wide receiver? Maybe somebody needs some wide receivers out there. They're willing to, split somebody in two. Or you can do wide receiver running back if they need a running back. Just, find a team that needs something and then see what you want to give them. Hmm. Luke, what's up, Luke? Contending team in a Dyna PPR league. Okay, you got offered Eckler for Henry, White, and Collins. Do I take it? Mm. In an arms race with the other top team, should I take the overpay for that leg up at running back? What does the rest of your team look like? I know you're saying you are contending, but do you have like an older squad? Like, I don't love giving up Collins. Fine giving up Henry, White. Don't really care about White. But I feel like you can get a lot for Collins right now. Is why I'm thinking no. 'Cause I definitely want Eckler, but I don't know if I wanna pay Collins on top of Henry and White to go get him. I don't know if if the points per game difference is gonna be that massive that I wanna give up Nico. Because I'm sure, if you shop around Nico, there's probably some pretty good, some pretty good offers out there. So yeah, I don't know if I love it, Luke. Let me see what else you wrote in here. You've got Mixon, you've got Taylor, and you've got Madison. So probably not. I don't know. I don't think I want to do it. Then I mean, if you've got some RBs already, I don't think it's worth moving Nico to go and get that. So you've got basically Mixon, Taylor, Madison, and uh and Henry. I think you're fine there. I don't think I'd want to do that. If you want to try and tier up to a younger running back, if you even could, then maybe you can do that. But I'd probably just stay where I'm at, Luke. I'd probably just stay where I'm at. You've got Waddle. Okay. Okay. Does Nico have long-term value? Lots of people think he's just for this year. Yeah, I mean, listen, he's a good wide receiver. The problem there has been for him, I mean, injuries and quarterback play. So it's been tough. Now that he has a quarterback that can get him the ball, I think we're seeing what he can do. He was a guy that, I was looking into this season heavily, into the offseason. When you could have got Nico for a third, fourth round pick, throw in a trade, like absolutely nothing. And look what he's turned into now. If people don't believe in him in your league, then I'm inclined to just hold him and wait for that value to go up and then decide if you want to keep him or move him. I wouldn't give him away for cheap. If the league is not valuing him, then you might just have to hold him until people do realize. So that's what I'd say about that. Because Nico could like we're seeing Nico go for first round picks right now. So just depends on the league. What up, Cat Cat? Yeah, Cat Cat. Zay Flowers or Connor this week? PPR. Zay Flowers or Connor? I like Flowers this week. I do like Flowers. See who's Connor got? They've got Cincinnati. Mm. Give me Flowers. Give me Flowers. Yeah, you got him on waivers, so you might as well just hold him and try and capitalize when you can. Thanks for the help, man. I'll hold them. Just worried they'll add more receivers next year. It's possible, but I mean, it's always possible. You can worry about that for a lot of guys in the league, but I think seeing what happens the rest of the season is worth for you to just keep them, then get rid of them for pennies on the dollar. So Lazard, Downs, JMO, Rashi, start two. Let's go Lazard and JMO. Let's go Lazard and JMO. Lazard's got a good matchup. JMO, I mean, no Amon Ra. I'll take the upside there over what Josh Downs or Rashi Rice is going to give me. Would I start OBJ this week? No, I wouldn't. I'm not. I mean, what's your other options? I guess. What's your options to throw out there? Let me not say no, just in case your options are like Greg Dortch or something like that. But no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be playing OBJ this week. One Nation need to start an RB with these ugly options this week: Gainwell or Hubbard. Whew. Yeah, that is pretty ugly. Give me Hubbard though. Give me Hubbard. Miles Sanders was a little banged up. I think he's fine now. Let me see what he does. What he did during the week. Yeah, he's off the injury report now. But yeah, give me Hubbard. I mean, he's been getting a decent amount of carries. He's a little bit involved in the pass game, where you've got Swift, who kind of taken over for the most part. So limited production that you're going to get from Gainwell. So give me Hubbard. Give me Hubbard. I agree. I feel like I should hold for now. Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, Simp. Appreciate you. Waddle, Zay, Connor, pick two. Zay Flowers or Zay Jones? I'm guessing Zay Flowers. Give me Waddle and Flowers. Give me the upside guys. Connor's probably safe because he's gonna get work, but if you want the upside, go with Waddle and Zay. And listen, sometimes it just depends on the other players that you have on your team and then the team that you're going against, right? You know what? Did that team have DJ Moore this week? I mean, in that case, yeah, give me Zay and give me Waddle because I need a huge week. So sometimes that could matter whether you want to play it safe or just kind of go for the upside or not. Goose, other teams in my league needs wide receiver, and I need running back. He has Kamara, Walker, Swift, Mixon. I have AJ Brown, Amon Ra, G. Willie, Puka Flowers, Rice. Which one should I target? Who should I offer? It's going to depend on what you want to give up. I mean, I'm sure Swift and Walker are probably the costly ones. Kamara could be a little bit cheaper, but people are kind of overpricing him right now because the insane amount of receptions that he had last week. Mixon could be pretty cheap. So, I'd like to keep AJ Brown. I'd like to keep St. Brown. I'm okay with giving up G. Willie to get one of these guys. Puka, Flowers, Rice. I mean, out of all these guys, I'd like to give up Rice, but I doubt you're getting any of these guys by just giving up Rice. Unless you do like a Flowers and Rice maybe together, or just a Flowers for Mixon. I'm not sure what these guys are going to cost, but I'd probably go for either Kamara or Mixon because they're going to cost you cheaper. Even though I'd rather have Walker or Swift, but you're gonna have to pay more, more for those guys. But see what you can get for G Willie maybe. Still kind of want to keep him. I'd rather give up Flowers. Offer Flowers for Walker and add something else with Flowers. You have a running back to give him back maybe or something like that. Flowers plus and just send it for Walker. He's probably gonna dismiss it and not accept it, but just send it for him or Swift, whoever you like more. Send it, see what happens. Once he denies that, if he does, then be like, all right, fine. I'll settle for Kamara or Mixon. I'd prefer Mixon just because it's a better offense, and I think they'll get their shit together. So, pretend like you're gonna settle for Mixon, but you're trying to get Walker. I'd say try and play it that way. We went over that. Richard said full PPR, Goff or Dak. All right, let's check out. So we've got the Panthers and Dak's got the Niners, who haven't been great really in the secondary. But give me shit. St. Brown's not playing either. It's tough. I might go unless Golf throws a few bombs to JMO. Give me Golf. Let me pull up Dak right quick. Yeah, I mean Dak just hasn't been giving it to us. Golf had one really good game. Hasn't been great since, but is going against Carolina. You know what? Fuck it. Give me Dak. Give me Dak because if they're down, they're going to be throwing. Give me Dak because I just think he's going to throw the ball more. Give me Dak. Let's go Dak. PB Dubs, what up, brother? What's goody, man? Appreciate you. Stroud or Golf? Give me Stroud. Stroud's been on fire. Stroud's been on fire. What's up, Tyler? Appreciate you, bro. Curtis said Rashi Rice. So would we play OBJ over Rashi Rice? And he's questionable. He's not even. We don't even know if he's going to be playing. With the ankle injury. So. I'd probably actually go Rice. I mean, he's got a good matchup. I don't love it because he's not playing a lot of snaps. Like that's the tough part. But maybe he catches a tutty. There's not much upside. Oh, man. Fuck it. Give me and we might have to watch the weather too. So two things to watch: the injury on OBJ, and the weather over there. I probably just play Rashid Rice against Minnesota, where that could possibly be a shootout. You just gotta hope for a tutty from Rashi. It's really all you can hope for. Pittman or Ridley? Give me Ridley. In a good team against Buffalo, we've got to pass the ball most likely, hopefully. Hopefully Trevor Lawrence gets his shit together. Hopefully Calvin Ridley gets his shit together. But yeah, give me Ridley. Trade Achan for Lamb and Pollard. Oh, hell, is this? Yeah, hell yeah. Give me Lamb and Pollard for sure. If I can get a top wide receiver and a top running back for a good opportunity. A-Chain is good. I mean, don't get me wrong, but yeah, if you can give me Pollard and Lamb, I mean, shit. I don't even put A-Chain above Pollard, but if you're gonna give me Pollard and Lamb, then yeah, hell yeah. Smash that, PB Dubs. Michael Thomas or Rashi, right? Michael Thomas. Give me Michael Thomas, One Nation. He's at least involved a little bit. Hopefully, David Clark can actually throw the ball this game. But yeah, give me Michael Thomas. Start three, sit one. Start three, sit one. Kyron, Thielen, Olave, Waddle. So we've got to sit one of these guys. Let me see what's going on with Carr. And I might have to change that last answer too then. He's questionable to play week 5, Carr. They are going against New England. All right, let's change that. Let's go back to One Nation, my bad. Let's play Rashid Rice. I don't know if we're comfortable playing Michael Thomas with this Derek Carr injury, because even Olave is like concerning. Like, what the they are playing against New England. So let's go the opposite route. Fuck it. Let's go Rashi Rice on the last one, and let's probably sit. It's tough to sit Olave. Damn, man. Shit. Probably Olave or Kyron. It could be Olave this week. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But it actually could be Olave just for you to kind of play it safe. I mean, hopefully Derek Carr just sits out and then Jameis could sling it all over. I can't sit Olave. Fuck it. I can't do it. God damn it. Or can we against New England? I mean, check something out real quick. The weather going to be like over there too. New Orleans. All right, so it looks like they'll have sustained winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusts 20 to 25 miles per hour. So that could be something to keep an eye on. You might have to make a decision in the morning. If it's going to be like that, maybe we sit Olave in that case. If not, make a decision between Waddle or Kyron. So I would say keep an eye on Derek Carr, the injury, who's going to start at QB tomorrow, and keep an eye on the weather, and then determine whether you want to play Olave or not. That will help you at least cancel something out. Emil, what's up, Emil? What's the deal with St. Brown? Will he be out for a while, you think? Well, apparently they think now it's a hernia, a sports hernia, apparently. So they say that it does not heal on its own, that you need to get surgery. So I think they're going to see what's going on tomorrow. And maybe Monday, and then determine whether they want to get surgery or not, which could put him out. I think it said 2 to 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So it's something to keep an eye on. I'm no doctor, so I have no idea. But apparently, that's what's going on. From what I understand, is that it could be a sports hernia, and he could need surgery and be out for for several weeks. So we'll see. Irish Massive. What up, Irish? Dynasty, would you rather Javante or a mid 24 second? No, I'd rather Javante, I think. That's not enough. The mid second is just not enough for me to get off of the upside of Javante and what he could be. If you want to give me a mid first, then that's a different story, or even a late first maybe. But I don't think I want to sell him for just a mid second. I'll hold on to Javante for that, and I'll buy him if you're selling him. For a mid second. I'd definitely buy for that, but I wouldn't sell for that. No, let me hold on to him. Emil, fantasy doctors are saying St. Brown. Yeah, exactly. Sports hernia. Yep, that's exactly what I heard. So I'm starting Algier in 2 redraft leagues. I think he's getting another 20+ point game. I mean, he could. Well, what makes you think that? What is giving you that feeling? Is it the matchup? Is it you just think he's going to get more touches because you look at Algier, his snap percentage has went down every single week from the first week of the season, from 56 to 44 to 30 to 26 last week. They are playing against Houston. So, is it because of the matchup that you think maybe he's going to get some tutties? Let me know, Adam, if that's what it is. 'Cause I think you're right, as in like he can score a couple tutties this game, especially if they're up. But I don't know. Houston's actually been pretty decent. I mean, and they've been throwing the ball all over. So, Luca, should I trade Aaron Jones for Connor and Palmer or Godwin half PPR? Should I trade Aaron Jones for Connor and Palmer? Yeah, I'll take Connor and Palmer or Godwin over Aaron Jones for sure. I mean, I like Aaron Jones, but if you need a wide receiver, then split him in half. You know, if I don't need Palmer or Godwin, then I'm probably not making this trade. I'll probably just hold on to Aaron Jones. But if I need a wide receiver, then yeah, give me the tier down to Connor and give me Palmer or Godwin with it. Either or, whoever you like. I mean, Godwin obviously is the better talent, but without Mike Williams, Palmer does have some upside there on a great offense with a great QB. I mean, Baker's been actually pretty good so far, but and Mike Evans is down, so you can pick whichever one you like better there. But One Nation, Richardson versus Titans or Lawrence versus the Bills. I mean, A-Rich is probably going to be pretty safe. I mean, with the rushing, like it's hard to not go with A-Rich. The argument for the Lawrence side, you can say that the Bills are a good team. They could be throwing the ball, but I mean, you could go with Richardson. I'm fine with going with Richardson there too. Um, because he is, like I said, pretty safe. I mean, awesome last game, still threw 2 tutties, 10 for 56 on the ground. I mean, yeah, he's pretty safe. So give me a Rich, give me a Rich until T Law kind of turns it around. We'll see what happens over the next few weeks. Am my other league going to acquire him for a mid second? Yeah, I'd buy him for a mid second for sure. I just wouldn't sell him for that. His red zone carries compared to Bijan. Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's not like Bijan's been yamming it in. It's not like Algier has been either. So yeah, if you think Algier's going to yam a couple in, then I'm all for it. Like I said, they are playing Houston, so I just don't like this the snap percentage in general going down. Um, I haven't looked as far into the goal line carries the past few weeks. I mean, I know in week 1, obviously, that was, Algier and his role, but I haven't looked into, what happened in week 2, 3, or 4 as far as the goal line carries there or red zone carries. Jamie, what up, Jamie? What's good, bro? It's been a while, man. How's everything? How's your squads going? How's everything happening? Um, I've got two dynasty squads that I'm kind of in a 1 year rebuild or tank mode, and traded Waddle in both of these leagues. For in one league it was Pittman in a first, and in the other league it was Godwin in a first. And both of those teams are 0-4 right now. So I have basically the 101 and the 102 at the moment in two leagues, which is nuts. But I'm loving it so far. Erish said, "Would you take Claypool for an early to mid 24 fourth? I know he's trash, but could be a spot to start at times in that great offense." Yeah, hell yeah. Especially if somebody goes down. I mean, yeah, for a 24 fourth, I mean, that's fine. I'm willing to pay a fourth for Claypool just to see what happens. I don't love it, but if you just want to take that chance, I mean, worst case scenario, he becomes droppable, which is not that crazy big of a deal. I don't. Puka was a fourth round pick in most rookie drafts, but Puka obviously is an outlier. That's the one out of 100 of what Puka turned into. So that's not always going to happen every draft. Jamie said, "I traded forward in 3 leagues to the worst teams to get a 2024 201 and two or the 202. That's nice. I'll take that." I was able to get a second firm in one league. Another league, I was able to only get a third, and another league, I got a third and like Tillman on top. So it was rough to get a second firm. Luckily, I did it in one league, but nobody was really willing to give up a second, which was tough. In more of these competitive leagues, it's nobody's really willing to pay that. But yeah, I like it, man. You get the 201, 202. That's good. Take that for sure. We've got let's take a look at some of these. Yeah, I mean my Vikings against the Chiefs. We've got a tough game this week. I mean, we should have beat the damn Chargers because that would have at least had us at 2-2 going into this game. But now we're 1-3 going into it. We better pull this off. I mean, we're at home. It's gonna take a big upset for that to happen, but JJ better he's gotta do his thing. He's gotta go off. HK, half PPR, start one flex, Downs, JMO, Gus, Algier, Tony. It's not Downs, it's not Gus, and it's not Tony. Might have to go with JMO here. Unless you think Algier is going to get a bunch of tutties. Like, I just don't love the snap share that's been going down, so it's rough. I'll probably just go JMO. Give me the upside with JMO. No St. Brown. Let's roll with it. And I don't love playing JMO this week, but compared to like the options that people have, I mean, he's just a better option. So yeah, let's go JMO there, HK. One trade I made, not sure how I feel. All right, Jamie, let's check out what you got, Jamie. Not sure how I feel. You traded away Diggs and a 2024 third for Pittman at a late first. Okay. My team's mid, so I got younger plus the first. What you think? I don't mind it. I mean, I wasn't in love with Pittman, but so far this season he's been a target hog and he's been great. So being that you got Pittman, who's younger than Diggs, you got a first out of it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I don't want to say I love it, but I'm definitely okay with it. You did a tier down. So you tiered down to Pittman and you got a first on top of it. I'll take it. I'll take it. But what I probably would have, and I don't know if you did or not, if you kind of shopped around Diggs a little bit, but I mean, offering him up to, one of these owners that's competing that has one of these young wide receivers like Garrett Wilson or a like JSN, the value of him is down right now. Could you have got like one of those guys? Would have been ideal, but that's fine. I'll take Pittman in the first, for sure. Jamie, that's a good move. A good tear down. Good tear down. What's cracking, Frank? What up, brother? Is Pitt defense worth keeping next week? They on bye. I picked up Tampa for next week. They play Detroit. 5-man bench, so not a lot of room. Yeah, I mean, Pitt. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't keep any D. I mean, Pitt D is not good enough for you to like keep them. You picked up Tampa for next week. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't keep an extra defense on my bench. So you're just gonna have to roll with one, especially if it's that thin of a bench. You're just gonna have to pick up a defense every week or until you need to. So for sure. Your league defense start at 0 and only get points. Oh, okay. Well, that's a little more, a little more interesting. Definitely a little more interesting. Let me pull up see even their schedule look like. They've got the Rams after the bye, Jacksonville, Tennessee, Green Bay, Cleveland. I mean, who else is on your bench? Like, is there any options maybe where you could hold them if you want to? But I wouldn't be that inclined to hold them. I mean, good defense. I mean, they're what, fifth in the league, but is it worth it to actually hold them when you only have a 5-man bench? I mean, I guess that would depend on your starters and your bench. So if you've got room to hold them, then that's fine if you like them and you want to keep them. But if not, then you're gonna have to drop them. I have to drop them. Giants, Bills. So Bills going against the lonely Giants. We'll see what Daniel Jones can do this game because he just did not look good. Did not look good last game. Did not look good 3 out of the 4 games. The only game he looked good in was the Arizona game. They were getting rocked, I think, that game, and then they wound up coming back, I think, right? So, bet the underdog Cardinals beating the Bengals and parlay the under 44.5. Okay. Okay. I can see that. I mean, you've got a little hurt Burrow. Apparently last week he felt better. We'll see what happens this week. I mean, I need Burrow to come back into form because he's killing me on a few squads, a few dynasty squads. Some of them I'm rebuilding, so it doesn't matter. But and I don't mind. But in the leagues I'm actually competing. It's killing me. Or a redraft that I have him killing me. So yeah, I'm good with that. Hopefully, I don't know. Do we want Saquon to play, or should we just sit out another week? I mean, they're playing the Bills this week. I'd like to sit him out. I mean, I have him on 2 squads, so, I'd prefer they just sit him out and then, maybe come back next week. This way, at least he doesn't re-injure it. We don't know if he's gonna be somewhat limited on a snap count or whatever, so we'll see. We'll see what happens, but Lions, Bucks, no St. Brown. Bucks are actually 3-1. Ain't that something? I mean, I don't think any of us thought, Baker would be doing well, but he is right now. We've got Evans a little banged up, and finally Godwin had a good game. And hopefully this hamstring doesn't bother Evans like we saw what happened last year with who was it last year that had the Keenan Allen, right? I think he was out for like 10 weeks, Keenan Allen, because he had that hammy. Hopefully this isn't something that happens with Mike Evans where it's lingering or he keeps re-aggravating it and misses a ton of weeks. Because unfortunately that's what happens with some of these older wide receivers. So hopefully that doesn't happen. 50 number 3, also going to put Amon Ryan IR. Okay, so does that free up the bench spot? Bench Pickens, Judy, Hall, Roshan, Flowers. You could probably drop Roshan at this point if you can only keep 5 on the bench. But keep an eye on the Herbert injury just in case he's going to be out. Then you'd like to have Roshan, but I mean, I guess you can drop a Judy for now. He hasn't done really jack. I mean, Bolton, linebacker, KC. Oh wow, so it's IDP 2, and you still only have 5 slots. Got to think ahead. Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel you. I feel you. So wait until you can put Amon-Ra on IR. That will free up the bench spot for you, and then pick up the defense. This way you can hold the Steeler defense if you can. This way at least you can do that. So that works. Taco, what up, Taco? Tim team PPR start 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. Okay. Aaron Jones, Kyron, Achan, and Cook. Eckler and Ford on bye. Okay. AJ Brown, Nico, Waddle, Judy, Michael Thomas, 2 wide receivers. All right. So the 2 running backs that we're going to play is going to be Cook and Achan. It's going to be the running backs I'm taking. 2 wide receivers. Let's go with obviously AJ. That's a must. This is tough between Nico or Waddle. I know Nico's been crazy hot lately. Could be shadowed by one of the best corners. And then you've got Waddle, who hasn't really produced at all. So let's go AJ Brown, Nico, Waddle with Achan and Cook. You sit Kyron and you sit Jones. If you're not comfortable playing Waddle, then you can play either Kyron or Aaron Jones there, whoever you like better. So I'll let you decide that one, but that's how I would look at it. And maybe you trade some of these guys. I mean, you've got Eckler that's about to come back. You've got Ford who's on the bye. So can we move some of these running backs and try and tier up at wide receiver? Can we trade Ford or Aaron Jones and Judy or Waddle or Nico and then tier up at wide receiver? Get another top tier wide receiver if you can. or running back. You could say the same thing about running back. You could tier up at running back, whatever you decide that you want to do. But you've got some options there because you've got some good bench pieces. So I do like that. One Nation, 12-team redraft. Would you drop Rashid Rice for Jaden Reed? Yeah, I think I'd rather have Reed. I mean, I know that Watson just came back, but I think I would rather have Reed, who's still playing like, 70% of the snaps. And Rashid Rice is not even playing 50% of the snaps. He's only hit 50% of the snaps once this year. So yeah, give me Jaden Reed. Rice is interesting kind of hold, but give me Jaden. Frank said, "Cool, thanks, appreciate you." It's about to drop Roshan, but yeah, I have Roshan in the league too, and I was highly upset when Herbert went down and Roshan was out with the concussion. So, yeah, if it's a high ankle sprain or Herbert misses any time, then you definitely want Roshan. That's why I was like, no, we can't drop Roshan. So, yeah, just wait till you can put Amon-Ra on IR, and then make the move that you need to make, for the week. This way, at least you can hold on to that defense. If you like that defense, then at least you don't got to worry. You can just plug them in every week. So appreciate you, Frank. Gibbs, of course, also likely to be out, doubtful. I feel like that does give JMO a little boost as well because they might just try and get the ball in his hands. I mean, no Gibbs, no Amon Ra. We've got Jets, Eagles. I mean, Eagles should take that game. No, hold on. What am I saying? I'm not even looking at the right week here. What the fuck is going on here? Oh, I was looking at the Steelers upcoming weeks. That's what I was doing. All right, my bad. Broncos, Jets. Brees apparently not limited anymore, so he can go off on this team. I mean, I think DJ Reed is out, so Jets defense still pretty good. I don't know how comfortable we are playing Judy or Sutton against the Jets defense. That's gonna be rough. Would you drop him for Lazard? Drop. Yeah, I'd drop Rice for Lazard too. Yeah, for sure. Well, especially this week going against the Broncos. I'm not. I don't know about going forward, but for this week in particular, because of the matchup, I'd definitely rather have Lazard there. Javante, we got to see if Javante's out or not. Is it McLaughlin and Pirine? So that's something to keep an eye on. Are we going to be able to play McLaughlin this game? Is Javante going to be out? I don't think we got that news yet. Yeah, it's still questionable, so we'll have to wait till game time to see what's going on with that. Cardinals and Bengals. Hopefully Joey B is okay, man. I mean, he's got to come back to life. Dobbs has actually been pretty good, which is crazy. I don't think anybody expected that. They're still 1-3, but is Kyler coming back or is he not? There's rumors now that they're willing to move off of Kyler next year. Everything is just rough. Do the Bears move off of Justin Fields if they don't start winning? If they have the first, the top two picks in the draft? So there's a lot that can happen with QBs that can move around next season. Kirk Cousins could be another one. Tannenhill. I mean, there's a lot of teams that need QBs, or a lot of good teams maybe that can, if they can get a good QB, can really be productive. Atlanta being one of them. So I think the Jets are underdogs. So take the Jets money line. There you go. Well, hopefully Hammer will be on in the morning, and we'll talk more. We'll talk prop bets in the morning, and we'll talk money lines and what parlays and stuff that we'll get into tomorrow. We'll do that Sunday morning. T Higgins, we don't. I think T Higgins is officially ruled out, right? I had to move him. Yeah, I had to move him out of my lineups. sucks, but I'm okay with that. At least he gets to rest and get better for the next week. You've got Michael Wilson. I mean, you could fire up Michael Wilson in this game if you need to start somebody. Marquise Brown has been way better than any of us, I think, thought was going to be so far this season. The big game with the Rams. I mean, Cooper Cup's back. I mean, everybody wants to see what's going to happen with that now. What's happening with Cooper Cup? What's going to happen with Puka? Is Cooper going to be limited at all? Is he going to have limited snaps? What does Puka become now that Cup is back? How is that, target share going to be split up there, for the Rams? And then, of course, you've got the Eagles, running Swift into the ground, giving him a ton of work. A.J. Brown going crazy. So a lot to be excited about, even for that game in general. Just that Eagles Rams game. That'll be a good game. Ravens Steelers. Deontay should be coming back soon. Still on IR. Would they put him on IR in week 2? So maybe one more week, and then they've got the bye. So we could see Deontay back week 7, hopefully against the Rams. Otherwise, it's Pickens, of course, and everybody else really. Najee hasn't done jack this season. He did look better last game. He was better last game. That line is horrible. But Najee, I mean, 5.17 yards per carry week 1, 4.3 yards per carry week 2, 3.42 carries in week 3, which wasn't great. But 5.07 yards per carry in week 4. The offensive line needs to be fixed. The whole offense just needs to get thrown in the garbage. It's ridiculous what Canada's doing over there. So, how many more weeks would you give T-Law? He's my weak spot. Nobody trades in my league, so probably have to stream Russ, Jones, Baker, Stafford rest of season. All right, 16-point games, not cutting it. I mean, he's still kind of the better option compared to all of those other guys. Like Daniel Jones ain't doing nothing. I mean, Baker's been actually really good this season, so you could make the argument, for Baker. Stafford as well. I mean, he's going for almost 300 a game. Other than one game, he's had over 300 yards. Has had a tutty in every game except for one. And Elaw he's got 2 games with over 40 attempts. Probably still play Trevor Lawrence. I'll probably still play Trevor just for the upside of it. I mean, I don't know how much better Stafford is going to be. I mean, T-Law is what? QB. Hold on. Let me pull up the QB real quick. T-Law's at what? 18. I mean, Stafford's at 15. Baker's at 16. I mean, they're all like the same. So give me the upside that T-Law has compared to the other guys. Are the other guys going to have some big games? Yeah, of course. That's just fantasy. That's life. That's football. But give me. I'm still going to rock with T-Law, Frank. I'll still rock with T-Law. Can't give up on him now. And even for the rest of the season, if he's just playing like this, I mean, still compared to those other guys, I mean, they're still basically all the same. But yeah. What else we got? So yeah, that Ravens Steelers game. Just kind of look out for the weather. We'll take another look in the morning and see what the weather is looking like. But supposed to be some high gusts of wind. So I don't know how I don't think that affects Zay Flowers too much just because of how they like to get him the football, close to the line of scrimmage. So I think they'll be okay. Lamar could have a big day on the ground. Saints, Patriots. We don't know what's happening with Derek Carr. Another thing to keep an eye on, to keep a lookout on, especially for our, Olaves. Patriots. I mean, other than I mean, you can't really play anybody on that team right now. I mean, Stevenson has been bad. I think Stevenson's a little banged up now as well, so keep an eye on that. He is expected to play, so he'll be playing, but he hasn't been good at all. And then I think we talked about the rest of these yesterday. Dolphins, Giants, Titans, Colts, Panthers, Lions, Texans, Falcons, Jags, Bills. So at least we've got an early game tomorrow again. Reggie, what up, Reggie? Christian Watson or George Pickens? Hmm. It's a good one. That's a good one. Because obviously Deontay's hurt. I just literally talked about the weather, so that's something that we got to keep an eye on, especially in the morning. We got to take another look at that. But I mean, the Packers got the Raiders. I want to go Watson against the Raiders. That Raiders defense. Give me Watson, and even more so because the weather like kind of leans that way as well. Against George Pickens. So give me Watson. And I know it's his second game back. He did score the tutty last week, so give me Watson, Reggie. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys smash that like for me. Smash that subscribe if you're new. Appreciate everybody out there. Just an easy, free way to support the channel. Just smash the like and subscribe. Come back anytime. We're live, 3, 4 nights a week. Bads. But yeah, starters are T Law, Bijan, Swift, B Rob, Amon Ra, Devonta Smith, Waller, 1 and 3. Yeah, Waller's tough. I mean, you've got good running backs. I mean, Bijan, Swift, B Rob, Amon Ra, Smith. Now that Amon Ra's out, I mean, who do you have to plug in there, Frank? Do you need to make a trade? Do you need to get rid of one of these? Not bad. Can you trade B Rob for a wide receiver if you need? I mean, depends. Goff or Stroud? I think somebody asked this earlier. I think I went with Stroud, Jacob. He's been on fire lately. He's been on fire. Golf going against the Panthers. No Amon-Ra St. Brown, which kind of worries me a little bit. Maybe they lean a little bit more on the run. Maybe he does hit JMO on a bomb or two. I don't know. But give me Stroud. Give me Stroud and for this week, Jacob. Appreciate you. Michael, thoughts on Cup rest of season? Just depends how healthy he is. I mean, if he's healthy, he'll be the Cooper Cup that's getting peppered with targets like we saw Puka was. He'll be the Cooper Cup that we know he is. So that's really my thoughts on Cup is if he's healthy, he's Cooper Cup. If he's not healthy, or if he re-injures or gets injured again, then that sucks obviously. So I think this week maybe he's limited a little bit. Maybe he is, limited snaps. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. I think if he is playing, you have to play him, which he is playing. So you have to have him in your lineup, and then kind of just see what happens from there. Taco, but I mean, right now they're 2-2. They're not out of it at the moment. So if there comes a point in time where they're out of it and they're not going to make the playoffs at all, I don't know if things change at that point, but I think he'll be fine rest of season as long as he's healthy. No problem, Reggie. Appreciate you, Reggie. Ed Seat said Madison or Tank Dell full PPR. It's the Falcons. It's possible Nico sees that best corner um, So Dell could be a good play. Madison. Oh man. Against the Chiefs, this could be a shootout. Does he get some good pass catching work? I don't know. Does he get anything at the goal line? I mean, I know Dell didn't do squat last game. But give me Dell. Give me Dell for the fact that I think Nico probably gets the bulk of coverage, and maybe Tank breaks a big player. So, and I just think the Vikings are going to be throwing the ball a lot. So, Stroud or Purdy this week and long term. Stroud this week and Stroud this week and long term for sure. I mean, Purdy is a good quarterback, but he doesn't have that high upside. He's one of those safe quarterbacks. Like Stroud, you know, has upside. Stroud can, can throw a ton of yards and a ton of tutties, as we've seen so far this year. But yeah, give me Stroud for this week, and of course, by far Stroud in the long term, especially when we're talking like dynasty. I mean, Stroud is up there and definitely the top 10 right now. When you're talking about dynasty, where Purdy's more of a kind of middle of the pack QB. Like I said, very good, but just doesn't have that crazy upside. He's a safe player. He has a very good floor. He's going to have some boom weeks, of course, but I like Stroud for sure. No problem, Ed. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. What do you think about Keaton Mitchell? I like Keaton Mitchell. I've liked him from when he was signed. Obviously, he's on the IR. Hasn't been activated yet, but a little bit of a smaller guy. I mean, 5'8", 191. He's not going to take over a backfield. I'll tell you that right now. But he could very well, have a role and be part of some kind of committee that the Ravens are going to run. I mean, they're not just going to give anybody the reins. I don't think it'll be a committee as it's been. But he was a guy that beat out Melvin Gordon, earlier in the offseason. So, he was the RB4, I believe, going into the season. So I do like him, but he needs about 3 injuries to happen for him to become absolutely relevant. He needs probably 2 injuries to happen to become relevant. That's the tough part because he's behind Gus Edwards and he's behind Justice Hill. And I don't think he can get ahead of those guys unless there's injury. So that's what I feel about Mitchell. But he is a player that I do like and that I did like. And have him on actually, I think 2 of my taxi squads. So yeah, it's gonna take injuries for him to actually get on the field. But anything else y'all got for me, throw it out there in the chat. Otherwise, I'll probably get out of here in the next few minutes. It will be on tomorrow morning. I'm not sure if I'll be on at 10 or at 11:30, but I'll be on at some point. So just keep an eye out. Simp said, if Stroud has another good week, you think it would be worth packaging Stroud and Waddle for Devontae Adams? Owner has Daniel Jones and Burrows, also has Nico, so Mike could try to sway them to have the stack. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, it's a 1 QB league, so Stroud isn't crazy valuable, but for somebody that has Burrow who's not producing and Daniel Jones who's not producing, then they might be inclined to take that. So yeah, I'm okay with making that move if you want to. I mean, Waddle hasn't been much yet, so that's the rough part because I don't know how much lower really Waddle is from Adams when he's hitting, but right now he ain't hitting. So if you want that instant production and you feel more comfortable with Adams, then that's fine that you're paying a little bit extra throwing Stroud in there. So Goff or Dobbs, man, Dobbs has been really good. I think I'll still go with Goff, but you can absolutely make the argument for Dobbs. I mean, maybe he's safer. Maybe you do play Dobbs. Let me check out Dobbs real quick. Yeah, I mean, 28 of 41, 265. He threw 2 tutties. Yeah, 12. Well, that's the last 2 weeks he's been rushing the football a lot more. 6 carries in, week 3 and then 12 carries last week against San Fran. So, if he continues to run the ball, I mean, he's going to be a pretty safe guy to play, but I think I'm going with golf still. Let's go with golf. Caddy, what up, Caddy? Appreciate you, bro. Just when I'm about to get out of here, you're getting on. So throw any questions y'all got. Throw any last second questions y'all got in the chat. I'll give y'all another couple minutes to throw out any last questions or whatever y'all need. If Barkley plays, replace one Pacheco or Hall. If I was gonna play Barkley, I'd be probably replacing Pacheco, but he's been awesome the last couple weeks. So um, depends how much you have confidence in Barkley. I mean, even though he's going to play, he's still not going to be 100% if he plays, right? I'd rather they sit him out one more week. Is he on some kind of limited snap share or snap count? We don't know. So you could probably feel very safe playing Pacheco or Hall. I mean, Chiefs are going against the Vikings, so I think Pacheco could have a good game. But if Barkley plays, you absolutely want to play him, and I definitely play him over Pacheco under normal circumstances. But because of the injury, you could make the argument to play Pacheco. But if I had to choose one, I'd be sitting Pacheco out of them. I mean, Brees Hall against Denver, knowing that now he's not on a snap count anymore or limited at anything. I'm playing Brees for sure, man. Simp, after this would drop Stroud for roster spot. Just trying to work it to my advantage. Okay. Maybe Waddle would do something to help. You like Adams more than Waddle rest of season. I think I do just a little bit, not crazy much. I mean, we've seen Waddle finish in the top 10. We've seen him be a top guy. I mean, but yeah, as of right now, I mean, yeah, you can probably feel more comfortable playing Adams. I know, Waddle's going to give you some big boom games eventually at some point, right? But yeah, I do like Adams more. Not by crazy much, but by enough for sure. Addy said trade Barkley and Puka for Hill. Dying at receiver. Other running backs are Walker, Acham, Pacheco, Hall. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's 8 man. Get you the hammer and cheetah that you need, and then just roll with, you can roll with Walker, Acham, Pacheco, and Hall, I guess. You know, not costing you that much. It's costing you Puka and Barkley to go get cheetah. Give me cheetah. And you need to do that quick before, the game comes tomorrow. And God forbid, like Cup takes all the targets and Puka doesn't do much. I mean, people are going to start going crazy. And then that trade's not going to be able to happen. So you need to try and make that trade like ASAP, Caddy. You need to make that ASAP, bro. Barkley and Puka for Chase. Yeah, either or. Either or. I probably prefer Cheetah just because, you don't have to worry about Burrow. At least you don't have to have that on your mind. I know that he hasn't been great anyway, Chase, but peace out. Be on tomorrow morning. All right, cool. I put on and turned down Red Zone and just listen. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Those fools were shroomed out last week and you were trying to answer questions, right? Yeah, yep. I don't know if I'll be on with them tomorrow because I got something to do in the morning. I just not sure what time I'm gonna be done, so I might not I don't know if I'll be on with them or not in the morning. So I'll be on either way, regardless, at least, by 11:30, 12 o'clock at least. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, appreciate you, appreciate you, Frank. The Hill owner says after this week he'll think about it. Oh, all right, so that's fucked then. That's fucked. We don't got time to wait because, like I said, if Puka doesn't do well, Puka's got to do great in order for that to happen. So, or otherwise, that'd be rough, man. That team guy, what's up, man? Appreciate you for tuning in. Tomorrow I have Burrow and Stroud. Who do I play in an 8-team PPR? I think you just have to go Stroud. I mean, Burrow just hasn't been playable. Is this the week maybe that he's okay and he starts coming back? Maybe, but why put that on yourself? Why put that risk on yourself in an 8-team league? Like we need to make sure we're getting points. So give me the guy who's been hot right now, which is Stroud. We can assess the situation weekly when Burrow's kind of back to form. But Stroud's been hot. Let's play Stroud. Let's play Stroud, that team guy for sure. Let's go with Stroud, man. 3 for 1 is ridiculous, but Barkley, Puka, and Dallas D for Chase. I probably wouldn't do that. Just go after somebody else if that's what the Chase owner is going to want. Go after somebody else. What's up, Michael? What do you think about my team this week? All right, what do we got here? We got Tua, B-Rob, Bijan. Okay, Tua, B-Rob, Bijan. And Brian Robinson, he already played. Okay, Puka and Romeo. Waller flexes Tony Pollard, Kittle, and Henry. Okay, options on the bench are Judy, Ridley, Lazard, Miles Sanders. Okay, so we've got Puka and Romeo in. We've got Tony Pollard, Kittle, and Henry. So yeah, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play a tight end in the flex. So take out Henry and throw in Ridley. I know Ridley hasn't been great, but we're not gonna play Henry over Ridley. You could actually make the argument to play either Kittle or Henry over Judy, Lazard, and Miles Sanders. I mean, it's a good matchup for Lazard. I'd rather probably play Judy or Lazard over Kittle and Henry. Those would probably be the two moves that I'd be looking to make. Or at least one of them. You have to get Ridley in there, so you're gonna have to sit either Henry or Kittle. And then you can decide whether you want to put in Lazard or not. I probably would, to be honest. Or if you want to play Kittle or Henry over Waller, you can, but I'm not going to play Kittle and Henry in the flex. That's probably how I'm looking at it, Michael. And let me know what you think. Pesos, what up, Pesos? Pittman or Nico? Oh man. Who does Pittman have this week? They've got the Titans. I mean, that defense hasn't been great. Nico is probably going up against one of the best corners. So that is tough. It's hard to not play Nico though. What he's been doing. So I want to say Nico, but Pittman for sure has the better matchup. But what Nico's been doing lately, it's hard to just sit him. So it's it's rough to sit Nico. I think I'm gonna go with Nico, but it's really close because of the matchup that Pittman has. I really like both of them. If you can get both of them in your lineup, that'd be ideal. But the only downside to Nico is that he might be playing one of the best corners. Willing to drop Dallas just because strength of schedule. That's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do, Caddy, especially when it comes to defenses. So Preston, what's up, Preston? Do I trade Garrett Wilson and James Conner? Oh, yes, for Stephon Diggs, yes. I already have Swift, James Cook, JT, and James Conner as running backs. I have CD Lamb at wide receiver. Yeah. We're definitely paying that for Diggs. That's a very cheap pay to go and get Diggs. Give up Garrett Wilson and James Conner and do it like now. Do it ASAP. If that's in your inbox, go smash it for sure. Appreciate you, Preston. Guys, smash that like for me. Smash that subscribe if you're new. Appreciate all y'all. Throw all your questions in the chat. I will get to them. I'm probably getting out of here in a couple minutes, but I'm staying up here answering the rest of the questions that we've got up here. So feel free to throw any questions you have in there. Was giving up Devonta, Pittman, and McLaurin for Diggs and overpay. Yes. Context already have Olave and Nico. Still an overpay, because you gave up Devonta and Pittman, who's been killing it. Now, if you gave up McLaurin and one of those guys, if you gave up McLaurin and Pittman, I'm okay with that. But all three of them is rough. Even though you do have Olave and Nico, it is an overpay. But if you got the assets, it's okay to overpay. I mean, I don't mind overpaying if I have the assets. So if you feel comfortable with the rest of your team, then that's fine. But I think Devonta, Pittman, these are all top 20 guys. I'm okay with giving up McLaurin, but all three, it is a little bit of an overpay. But you did get Diggs, you got Olave, you got Nico. Just hope you don't need that depth of whoever that extra guy could have been, whether it was Devonta or Pittman. Oh, Derrick Henry. Okay, my bad, Michael. That's Derrick Henry. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. My bad. That's Derrick Henry. Okay, so we've got Derrick Henry in there. Okay, perfect. So yes, I'd probably just move out Kittle for Ridley, to be honest. Probably just move out Kittle for Ridley. Going against Dallas D. Debo's healthy. Ayuk is healthy. Yeah, I just put in Ridley over Kittle. That's all, Michael. My bad. I misread that. Caddy said if I make this trade, I'd have Allen, Walker, Achan, Chase, Olave, Laporta, and either Pacheco, Hall, or Garrett in the flex. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if you that team, I mean, it looks like a good squad. What were you trying to give up? Oh, the defense too. I mean, that's fine, Caddy. That's fine, Caddy. You need to get a hammer. So, would you sit Pollard for Swift? I think San Fran shuts down Pollard. Um, I don't know. I mean, Dallas is just such a high-powered offense. All it takes is just one opening, one big play for Pollard to kind of do his thing. Swift has been real solid lately. I don't think I'd put Swift over Pollard. Mainly for like the touchdown upside that Pollard has compared to Swift. I mean, even if Pollard gets shut down a little bit, all they got to do is get near the goal line and bang it in. So I'm still going to go Pollard over Swift, but I wouldn't argue with anybody if or with you if you wanted to play Swift over Pollard. I think that's fine. Ryan, what's up, Ryan? 12 team, half PPR, two flex, 3-1. Okay. Allen, Pollard, Bijan, JJ, Olave, Laporta, awesome. Kamara, Flowers. Okay. Mondre, Addison, Mims, JMO, JSN, Quentin Johnson, Jalen Warren. Wait for rookies to pop off or make a trade now. Well, what are you trying to get? You look good at QB, you look good at running back. I mean, wide receivers, you got JJ Olave, you've got Laporta at tight end. So can we improve Kamara or can we improve Flowers? Can we move a Kamara and Addison? Can you move a Flowers and Addison, or Ramondre and Flowers, or Ramondre and Addison? Some kind of combination there. You're not getting anything for JSN. You're not getting anything for Quentin Johnson. So I wouldn't worry about those guys. But Ramondre, Addison, Mims, Flowers, Kamara, all those guys are tradable. Can you some kind of combination and go and get something? So take a look at some of the teams in your league and see what these teams need. Do they need some wide receivers? Do they need some running backs? And then attack it that way. That's who you can choose who to go after. But you need to find a team that needs, what you have. So I would look at those four guys or five guys and looking to be move any combination of that to try and tier up, Ryan. That's the same one. Upgrade Olave maybe or trade. No, I trade some of the rookies for a piece. I wouldn't try and upgrade Olave. I think Olave is fine. So yeah, I wouldn't look to trade or upgrade Olave. I look to upgrade the Kamara Flowers, those flex positions that you have after Laporta there. That's what I would try and upgrade. Because I don't think upgrading from Olave helps you like a ton. I mean, unless you can possibly get like a Diggs or a Cheetah, but I don't know if that's possible. It depends, but a lot of people like Flowers. I mean, Kamara had a good game last game. Addison's been pretty good. I know Ramondre's been shit. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you can tier up from Olave, then I'm fine with doing that. But I'd probably like to just upgrade a little bit from the Kamara Flowers flex part of it. No problem, Ryan. Appreciate you. Like the stream for me. Subscribe if you're new. Come through anytime. I'm always here for you guys. Appreciate it. Tingley, what up, Tingley? It's been a while, man. Where you been at? Thoughts on this trade? Amari and London for ETN. Amari and London for ETN. Squad would be Devonta, Puka, Flowers, Lockett, and I think that leaves you too thin at wide receiver. I don't love it. Lockett hasn't been great. Dell's going to be hit or miss. We're not sure what Puka is exactly with cutback. Running backs would be Kamara, Achane, Pacheco, and ETN. It's not bad. I just don't love the position it leaves you at wide receiver. Now we've got to rely on Devonta, Puka, Flowers, Lockett. I don't know. I just think I like the combination of Smith, Puka, Amari, in your lineup, with Lockett and Flowers, and you just have some of that backup. Because otherwise, you've got Kamara, Achane, and Pacheco. Is that the only three running backs you have right now? I guess Kamara, Achane, and Pacheco. Probably rather keep Amari and London and just trade for a running back. Can you trade London and Dell or something like that and grab you some kind of RB? Not a bad trade at all. Don't get me wrong. But if you're comfortable with those wide receivers, if you make this trade, or if you're comfortable with starting those wide receivers every week, because you know your league better than me. I don't know how strong some of these teams are. So if you feel like that wide receiver room is going to be able to get you through, then go ahead and pull the trigger, man. But missing out on your streams, no problem, man. Everybody's got life things going on. I appreciate everybody that tunes in all the time. Your suggestions last week helped me get the dub. Did it? Oh fuck! Awesome, Tingley. What was some of the decisions that we had to make last week? That's awesome. I miss you missing the streams, man. But yeah, suggestions last week helped you get the dub. Awesome. That's what we're here to help do. So appreciate you coming back. Other context is full PPR. Got T Law. All right, you got T Law and Kelsey on that squad. So yeah, I guess Kelsey makes up for some of the wide receiver, room. So yeah, if you like ETN and you're comfortable with those wide receivers that you have in that room, then go ahead and pull the trigger. But I don't know. I like Amari for some reason. But yeah. All right, guys. Any last questions? Throw them out there. I'm about to get out of here. Appreciate everybody that came through tonight. Appreciate everybody that threw a like, everybody that subscribed. I mean, it's an easy, free way to just support the channel. And, just keeps other people coming in. It gets it out there to the world, helps the algorithm, grow the community a little bit. But yeah, appreciate y'all. We'll be on tomorrow morning. I'm not sure what time we'll be on, so just keep an eye out. Hit the noti button. This way you can check in tomorrow morning. We'll go through whatever last second things happening in the morning. Who's active? Who's not active? Who's going to play? Who's not going to play? Who's limited or not? But we'll get all into that in the morning. But appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. We out.